Seriously though, we should get going soon. It's a long drive. You mean it was all a joke? What, did you really think that was how the retreat was going to be? Or that I would get up at the crack of dawn of my own free will? Please. Hurry up and get changed. I'm gonna start the bike. Still confused, I hastily tug on my clothes. Another day of biking passes in alternating flashes of fields and buildings. I was told the retreat would be far off in the wilderness, but I didn't think that they were this serious about it. Eventually, we're off the main roads, but that doesn't deter Cheryl, who speeds through the quiet lanes. My teeth chatter in my skull as the bike bounces along. How is she so confident in going this fast through this country lanes? I think I'm going to be decapitated by a tree branch. I just hold on and hope. But judging from how fast she's going on these narrow, half-overgrown paths, she's familiar with them. Or lucky. My back is hurting, and I think I've cracked my molars by the time she finally slows to a stop. There's nothing here. The road's too rocky from here on out. We'll have to walk the rest of the way. No objection here. Riding for the last 2 days is seriously taking its toll on me. Wimp. My joints creak for the first 5 minutes we walk, still adapting to being able to move. It's not until we're almost an hour into walking that I sigh. My sense of direction has been completely shot between the path that vanished half an hour ago and the haphazard way here. Why is this place so far from anything? This is the first piece of property that we were authorized to use. Besides, there's no way you guys are going to sneak off into some town and cause trouble out here. I don't even cause trouble. Oh, boo-hoo. Do you want us to change the camp location just because you're supposedly a model citizen? I just sigh and give up on defending myself, continuing to walk in silence for a while. One of my pant legs is completely filled with briars, and the mud caked onto the bottoms of my shoes make it difficult to walk. Somehow, Cheryl pulls her bike along her with no difficulties. Hey, fresh meat, did you happen to bring a cell phone? We were told not to. She rolls her eyes. Yeah, but did you? I don't get service out here. No. Damn it! Why do we need one? If we're lost... We don't need one, but if I'd tricked you into showing me yours, I would have gotten to toss it in the lake. Oh! What? She smiles. Well, you were told not to. Mildly horrified, and grateful that I didn't bring my cell phone, I stop briefly when I hear other voices. Emerging out of the tree line, I see Shelton's car. Here we are, and about damn time. Are those... girls! Yes. Yes, they are. Wait, is this it? Rolls of cloth and sticks are set upon the ground, circling a small fire. There are no buildings anywhere in sight. Seriously? A bunch of tents and a fire pit? I thought there would be cabins and campgrounds and, well, more people than this. This is really going to be rough. The three girls all stare wordlessly, and I very much want to be swallowed up by a hole in the ground. What am I supposed to say? The blue-haired girl looks particularly thrilled, but the other two have expressions that range from uncertain to unwelcoming. Kyle! The man backs out of the only assembled tent, bringing a few skewers with him. Looks like everyone's here now. This is it? School's in session. Consider this our off-season. The rest come out when we have a bigger staff. But you special cases need to come out mid-year and get sorted back into the school faster. I glance towards the other girls, wondering what they did to end up here. Now that we're all together, let's get introductions out of the way. Girls, this is Kyle. I wave feebly to no response. Kyle, here we have Andrea. Hi, I guess. She fidgets uncontrollably under my gaze, looking like she'd rather be anywhere else. I can't blame her. And this is Rain. I'm glad to see you. I was worried there weren't going to be any guys on this trip. Realizing her mistake, she turns an awkward gaze to Shelton, who is very much a guy. I mean, Anyway. Lastly, this is Ida. I might have imagined it, but I think she nodded her head to me in the slightest possible motion. Aside from that, she doesn't make any effort to acknowledge my existence. Now each of you are here for a reason. Yeah, freaking sabotage. I didn't even do anything and now I've been shipped off to live in the woods. This group is your greatest strength. We can't keep secrets from each other and we can't be catty or petty. Everything here is out in the open. You have issues and we're going to work through them together. I feel strongly compelled to zone out through the speech, but something tells me Shelton isn't all that fond of me as it is. I didn't think it was a good idea to go deep into much depth until we'd all here. Saves me from repeating myself. And I hate repeating myself. Whoa, what the hell? He's got a streak. Now that we're here, let's start off with talking about the real problems, about why you're here. Andrea, we'll start with you. She seems to shrink down a little, glancing away from Shelton with a scowl. I know you're not going to like this. That's the whole reason why Andrea got shipped to us. Her parents are worried. Antisocial personality, reclusiveness, trouble in school, and in interacting with others. Oh, it's me. Those were the concerns that they voiced to me. You're not much of a people person, are you? And you're really helping. She bunches herself down against the criticisms, and I feel for her a little. Now my turn will be coming up, and I have to go through this song and dance, but having a specific list of issues? Well, it's not something you really want to read out in front of a crowd. My sympathetic glance likely goes unnoticed. She has her arms crossed, scowling off to the distance. Rain? She gives a cheeky wave. Rain has been in trouble with both the school and her parents, who described her to me as uncontrollable. She's been caught drinking and failed a drug test. They were testing me for drugs, and I had drugs in my system. Doesn't that technically mean I passed? Maybe I misunderstood the purpose of the test. I'm gonna sue. Keep up the attitude, Rain. Eventually we'll get to the bottom of why you actually feel compelled to do those things. Apparently because it's fun just isn't a good enough reason anymore. She never loses her grin, and when she glances at me, it seems to grow. I'm not sure what she wants with me, but the long look is only broken when Shelton strides across to the opposite side. And here we have our sweet Ida. His hands go to her shoulders, causing her to physically tense, but she keeps her gaze locked forward. What the hell? Ida's particular cocktail of problems isn't fully known to us, so we'll have to be extra diligent with her. She was sent here on court order, and the police are withholding the information. But let's just say that some sort of gang activity is involved. Wow. Ida remains stoic and cold. Wow, that's what I said. It's almost admirable the way she brushes off the words without a glance. Admirable but scary. What exactly does gang activity constitute? Predictably, Shelton's heavy footfalls walk in a semicircle and find their way to me. My turn. And the boy of the retreat, Kyle, is our first-time offender. I feel my cheeks heat up without my consent. who was convicted of arson and sexual harassment in the same incident. Convicted? I didn't do it! If I had done it and they could prove it, I sure as hell wouldn't be sitting here. Good point. The blue-haired girl laughs delightedly. Oh, that sounds like a real party. What on earth did you do? Nothing. Kyle here decided to attempt to burn down his school down. Not only that, but he was found hiding in the girls' changing room. Likely a ploy to get them to run out without dressing. It's like listening to my principal all over again. I didn't set the stupid fire. I got dared to go into the change room by some... The word friends catches in my throat, and I can't say it. I want to, but it wouldn't be the truth. They weren't my friends. That's what I had wanted to get from it, taking the stupid dare to go into the girls' change room after gym class. Look, it doesn't matter. They framed me for the fire. Shelton looks less than impressed. You're already out in the woods for what you did. There's no point in defending yourself now. You're lucky you got off so easily since they couldn't prove anything. We might want to add to being a compulsive liar to Kyle's list of faults. I glare at the ground, bitter even though I'm knowing that I'm getting the same treatment as everyone else. In fact, I probably shouldn't even blurted out that I didn't do it. But Shelton loses interest in me and goes back to stand in the front. And of course, there's me. Some of the girls' expressions look a bit more optimistic at that. I have a feeling that Cheryl's going to get along way too well with them. Actually, we need to talk about that. What? Come here. The pair wander beyond where we can hear, and the rest of us exchanging confused glances. They talk quietly until Cheryl starts yelling. I will not! You can't just... Whatever Shelton says cuts her off. I strain to hear what he's saying. We all do. But every little shake of a leaf or buzzing insect seems to muffle whatever syllables come out. Fine! The word suddenly cuts through the air. Cheryl comes stomping back so furiously that she marches right past all of us without a word. She slings her stuff onto her shoulder and gets on her bike. I remember her saying that the way here was too rocky and impassable to drive through, but she speeds off without a backwards glance. I wonder if this is because of what we did in the hotel room. I notice Andrea and Rain sharing a look before we all turn our gazes to Shelton. Sorry, kids. Looks like you just can't get good help these days. Now, anyway... Where is she going? It's the first thing Ed has said since I've been here. Maybe since any of them have been here, judging by the other girls' looks. Don't worry about that. I've got to go to town to get some more supplies. Follow me this way. Still confused, I glance back to where I saw Cheryl disappear. Shelton leads us in the opposite direction. The edge of the clearing is dotted with trees, but the forest seems thinner where we're going. Eda and I hang towards the back. I don't take her as the type for small talk, so I keep to myself. Before any of you think about running off in this direction in the middle of the night, this ravine here runs in both directions. Don't go out to the edge and look over either. The ground here isn't stable, and it'll take you down with it if you decide to get brave. What the hell is going on? Now that you've all endured the trip here, you know just how far it is. Consider also that it was mostly downhill, which means it'll be an uphill if you try heading back the way we came, and it will take several days on foot. Judging from the sight of you, I don't know how many of you would make it. How many of us? Like he could? This retreat, the entire purpose of the program is to get you out in the environments that you got out here, that got you here. You're going to take long, hard looks at yourselves. No excuses or passing blame.